I'm Brad Kerr. We moved here from China.
I'm Sharon Kerr. We're actually originally from the Northeast. Oh, it's wonderful. We lived there for a year, but you know, when you're in a foreign country, it's really hard to eat right and exercise and all of that.
And the weather, the pollution's pretty bad, so you couldn't exercise and go outside as much. So I at least gained quite a bit of weight there. Yeah.
Me too. Well, before we lived in China, we lived in many other countries, so we had been gone about 21 years. So in a way, we felt like Rip Van Winkle. Like, how do we recreate our life? How do you live here? How do you operate in a bank? You know, there's so much good food. And we were eating out for the first 2 months we were here. So they give you chips, they give you bread, and we just ate it all. I had a lot of trouble with ongoing fatigue, just always tired. So I would get myself to do whatever needed to be done, but I felt sort of heavy, not in the sense of overweight, but just in a sense of harder and harder to move fluidly. So even, you know, doing normal things, I just felt lethargic through my bones and my joints.
Yeah, for me, I've always been very athletic, but I really degraded, so I didn't have the strength, and especially with the flexibility. I couldn't do a lot of things I really want to do because I just had become so stiff. And in particular, I went to the Cooper's Clinic, and he said I just can't run anymore. And I have a ruptured disc in my back, and so what I did is I avoided using it for years. And so actually that made me get even stiffer and even weaker, and it hurt even more. And so I got to the point I couldn't even touch my knees. And I thought that was how I'd live, but I didn't like living where I was so restricted in what I had to do. It was hard to even tie my shoes.
I'm 53, so hitting that age, more needed to be done. The same things that used to work weren't working anymore. So I have done the elliptical machine. I did a lot of aerobic work. I hadn't done a lot of weight work.
So I've been active. I play tennis, I do elliptical, I do a range of stuff. I wouldn't be able to do it as consistently, just because of schedule and travel and other conflicts. So, you know, at different times I go up and down, and so you get fit, and then you move to a new place and you get out of your routine. It takes a while to get back onto it.
Well, Hut's a really great salesman, in a good way. But one of the things he said to us when he came is, "You'll feel like you're 18 again." I was like, "Yeah, right." But the crazy thing is, maybe 3 or 4 weeks into it, I started feeling that way already.
I lost 21 pounds total weight, and I think that by the math, I gained over 5 pounds of muscle. So, you know, the goal of gaining strength and fitness has been there. So it's about 2/3 the way of where I want to be. So it's really satisfying. It's just so much easier to do things. Last week I had achieved a big goal, as I was able to do a pull-up. So I can do 5 pull-ups, and that's a hard thing because, you know, you had to lose the weight because it's even stronger, and gain the strength to actually pull your body up. And so I haven't been able to do pull-ups for a long time, and so that's been very satisfying. And the hard thing, I want to gain flexibility. I thought because of my ruptured disc, I couldn't do that. And so after the first month, and we did the measurement, I actually gained several inches in terms of my flexibility, and that was really satisfying. You know, just really satisfying. So it's just on all fronts, it's all working.
I've lost a total of 17 pounds, I think. But for me, the most surprising benefits, as I mentioned before, is increased energy, flexibility, fluidity of motion. And I have to say, just a more positive outlook. I have the same as Brad, not a bad back, but a bad heel. And it is unbelievable how much less it hurts and how much more flexibility I have. The same thing, I thought I got this bum heel, and suddenly I was like, "Gary," our trainer, "I'm doing a lunge." I'm doing a lunge, and it doesn't hurt. And I wouldn't have believed it before.
She thought she had to fix it with surgery, and actually she had most of the improvement just by the exercise.
Yeah.
The program we're on, we work out 6 days a week at 6 to 7 in the morning. And Gary comes 2 days a week, It's just great to start the day with exercise. And I'm a night person, so I'm not normally exercising in the morning, and I just love it. I feel, much more clear thinking and energetic during the day at work. We were pretty active during the day, and we have this nice yard, so it's just really enjoyable to work outside, and I've been out there with cutting down trees and doing lots of yard work, and I just feel strong and able to do without not getting overly tired, I guess. So it's just been fun to be quite active and clear thinking.
And once a year there's the world's toughest mudder. It's a 24-hour race with obstacles, climbing over things, jumping into things, going through things. And when you do that, you're allowed to have 2 pit crew to help you, a pacer and a person to give you the food you need, a change of clothes. And we were able to do that for our son, and it was amazing just to be able to be there, to have the energy to keep going for 24 hours. In October, our son came to Dallas and did a Tough Mudder, and we watched him, and both of us independently thought, I want to do that. And so part of our training is next year in October, we are going to compete together. You can work together in these things in the Dallas Tough Mudder. So it's really, really wonderful to have this amazing goal that I thought I had missed the time in my life to do it, and I'm so excited. Even Gary once in a while and our son say, really, Sharon, you really think you want to do this? And they think I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to do it. Brad was totally the driver in the beginning. I was like, let's wait, let's get our life established. It's too many things happening at once. I can't also do the fitness. And he's like, we're going, we're going, we're going. And so it's been really, really wonderful to do this together and to have this commitment really to each other and to our family and the people we love that will do what's necessary to get fit and healthy.
Let me just build on it for a second. I'm just smiling because what we had thought about is we're going to have our goal to achieve by February.
Yep.
Okay. And that's some weight and strength and stretching. And then after that, then we'd have our next goal would be this Tough Mudder. But Gary gets so excited. We told him, and he's already like adding exercises to allow us to climb over walls and turn these things out. So he just got real excited. So he's even upped the notch for us in our training.
Yeah.
So we're starting to train from today.
Yeah, the first or second time Gary, our trainer, came to our house, he said something to me, and he said, it takes a lot of courage to ask for help. We're so used to being self-sufficient, and taking that first step to just say, I need somebody to help me with this, what I know isn't enough anymore, is brave. And I was sort of like, I guess it is. I just feel like the benefits for us have been so broad, so many, so multifaceted. Life is better doing this, and yeah, it does take courage to say I need help, and it's a financial commitment, but I think it's more valuable than anything.